Howdy y'all. I got the honor, let's say, to work on this Coleman Powermate 4-horse air compressor. And it doesn't pump much over like, I don't know, 20 pounds or so. So I'm gonna see what we can do here to figure out what's wrong with it. Here we go. I think first let's plug it in and see what it does. I do notice that I think there's supposed to be a switch here for on and off. That's what it looks like to me. That's missing. So must be just using the cord to make her go. So let's plug her in and see what it does. Yeah, it doesn't go much over what it is here. It's not even 20. 10. It is holding what little is there. I think, so there should be a switch here. I've never worked on a compressor like this, so you'll have to bear with me, but working on small engines is, once you start working on stuff, you can kind of work on other things too. I've been doing it my whole life, really. It's like if something doesn't work, fix it. I just put in the new garage door opener here and tried fixing the old one, but stripped the gears out again. So put a new one and works pretty good. So there should be a switch here that tells it, hey, I'm pumped up all the way, or I need to turn on. Because it's gone, the switch here, this switch, the on off, and it's just using the cord, I don't think it's that. And I think there should be a valve here, I would think, that would keep the pressure in when it's not pumping or nothing. Because it still has some pressure in it, the initial pressure of 10, whatever that is, 40, be about 10. I don't think it's this either, because I would think that if that was leaking, it would leak up and out. So I think it's right up in here. And there is reeds in there. I looked a little bit online. There's reeds in here that when this thing sucks in, the reed lets air in and then they close. And when that piston goes up, piston just like in an engine, similar to it, but it's flatter. Piston goes up. It can't go out the holes that it sucked into, so then it goes down into the tank. And it's going to be doing that however many RPM this thing's turning, which is a lot. Here's your electric motor. So I'm going to take this cover off and just see what's going on there first. Okay, so I see at least 2 screws that hold this on. Could be more. Right in the front here. These little guys. There should be like a connecting rod. I think this is a what do you call it, dry or non-oil filled, whatever you want to say, compressor, which I was always told don't last as long. But, alright, there's something in the bottom too. Looks like this bolt's ready to come out. Or is it supposed to be like that? Okay, it looks like there's one way in the bottom here. Way in there. Very hard to see it. So let's get him out. 1/4 inch is the size. Socket won't fit through, but 1/4 inch is also the size of this. Still can't get in there. I'm really making it difficult. I gotta get something longer than this thin. That'll get in there. Alright, this is working. That's gonna be fun to get back in. See, that's right here. It's tucked away way in there. Pain in the butt. Okay. Well, we have a connecting rod that is at least not busted. There's a bearing here. It's got a fan on it. Counterweight. Very much like an engine. Now, I'm gonna plug it in. I gotta see where it is it sucked from. Somewhere in here. Let me take this top one off too. 2 on this side. 2 over here. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna suck through here. Where does it suck from the outside from though? Right here. It's a filter there too, right here. Alright, so there should be reeds right here. 3 of them. And if this thing blows out while it's turning, these reeds probably ain't working. Because it should be sucking in but not blowing out much if at all. So let's plug it in and see what it does here. Alright, what I noticed with it running here, there is air blowing around, but there's a fan here. So that's what it feels. It felt like it was just sucking here. But it's not going to do much with this off, is it? Not at all. So did that thing get whacked or broke or what? I think it just needs to be put back in and tightened, huh? They said it was working last fall and it stopped working. I'm gonna loosen this up and see if I can get that on there better. It's a 5/8 or a adjustable wrench size or a metric adjustable wrench size. That's supposed to be a joke. There's no metric adjustable wrenches. Taking it off up here so I can see what is going on with it. It's actually broken. All right, so this is actually broke, and the other part of it is in here. See it? So I gotta get that piece out. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna not even get a new one, but just, if I have to, I can cut it off here, just bend it down a little bit. But I'm gonna try putting this in there and then tightening that back up. Let's see what I can do with it. Yeah, it's just a regular compression fitting. It's gonna tighten down once you tighten this up. So I gotta get that out of there. But if you're working on one of these, you take this cover off here, you can see a lot just from this. And then just this cover up here, you can see if the reeds are broke or not. If you can see, you can see how they're all there intact. I've seen it online where if they break, well, now it ain't gonna push the air into the tank anymore. Get out my trusty Victorinox. Yep, she broke right off. I don't know if it's gonna seal good. All right, I'm gonna cut the very end off. There's a pretty good burr on it. I'm gonna cut that much off with a tubing cutter, and then I'll clean it up. Get the burr off of it. And I'll just clean that up a little bit. Probably with some sandpaper or Scotch-Brite. All right, getting back at this compressor, here's what I did. I made a new line. I couldn't get the fittings to, like this fitting was too close to the bend here. So I was just gonna bend it down like, you know, bend it apart like this to spread it. But I couldn't get it, the fitting was too close to the bend here, and it didn't want to go down more. Because remember, it did break, so I needed to pull this down a little bit and get that fitting up. So I just bent a new one. I got, I think I got about $5 in it, and I got double the length I needed in case I screwed up. This is kind of my prototype one, but it's gonna work because, well, hopefully. And I use this tubing bender to bend it. And you just, you know, put your tubing in like that. Whatever size. So this is, what size was this? And you just put it in like that and bend it. You can do whatever shapes you want. Typically 90s is common. What size is this? Must be 3/8. And then matched up. I took this to the hardware store that matched up the same size. Yeah, 3/8 OD. Probably be quarter ID, probably. So a little bit. I'm not a pro tubing bender, okay? I've actually started to kink a little bit here, going down to get it in here, but it's not broke or restricted by any means, just for air. So I think it's ready to try it. And we're gonna see what it's gonna do. Let's see what it'll do here. I'll plug her in and we'll watch it. If it happens to work, which it probably won't, I will put her back together. What'd she pump up to? What's it at, 120? I'll see what it's set at to kick off. Well, I hear a little bit of a hissing. Probably here. Yeah. There, I think I can put it back together. They might have wanted aluminum there because it dissipates heat faster, but I don't care. It's a cheap fix, and where do you find aluminum line like that? And I also looked, I was just gonna buy the replacement part, but I couldn't find it. I found the right part number, but I just can't find the part, so. All right, let's put this back together. Unplug it here. Well, the reason why this is off is I was gonna also look for the switch. There should be a switch in here to turn it on and off, but I don't think the person wants to spend much money on it, so I'm just gonna put her back together here, and I can have a working air compressor again. Yeah, I don't know if I have the right hookup for it, for the hose. Fittings, that's another thing that I wish they'd standardize in the industry, like cell phone chargers or something, charge cables. They kind of did, but they also had many versions through the years, and then you don't have the right one you need. There's a filter in here. It looks like someone was trying to get it off. It looks like it's not plugged, so I'm gonna throw this back on. 3 and 4. Now I just gotta put this cover back on. If I remember right. The bottom one is a pain in the butt. I'll put the 2 top ones on first, I suppose. Alright, what I did for that bottom bolt is I put it on this magnet, and then I just kind of screwed it in with that, got it started, and then got this guy in here. There we go. There, job complete. Yay. Move on to something else. Do you like small engine projects? Taking a non-runner and bringing it back to life? Do you like seeing and hearing the more rare stuff like Yamaha and Honda riding mowers? Do you like everything small engines? If so, you can show me support by hitting that thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't like it. Leave a comment. Consider subscribing. It's free. YouTube will notify you when I release a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.